Hi everyone, welcome to November 2022. I'm just jumping on today and doing a video for you because the theme for this week is so strong with death and sudden change and dissolution that the masters have asked me to actually speak with you about it. So in some of the channelings that have been coming through in recent days, there's been a real emphasis on this experience that we're all having about dying to our own identity. And I've noticed even this morning, just waking up, that a lot of the questions that are coming through for next week's November members webinar are on this theme as well. So you may be experiencing at this time reflections on versions of yourself in the past, who I used to be, or what you've had to let go of in the past that might either be a trauma or a negative experience, or perhaps you're moving on from a certain landscape, certain set of circumstances. And it can be really confronting at this time because there are a lot of things that are leaving our version of current reality. So how the masters have been explaining this is that it's not actually the trauma that we're going to address, and it's not that we're looking back on things that we need to let go of necessarily in terms of trauma, the circumstances, the people, the events, the stories that we've been through. The key here to being able to actually be anew and actually awaken and arise into this new reality is this. What we're actually needing to let go of is who we were in it. In other words, the holographic memory of you, the representation of you in that experience. So what we're being asked to do now is to actually look at the distinction between how much energy we've been putting into a holographic memory of ourselves and how much focus and attention we're bringing to the current reality version of ourselves. And what's happening is that every single day, right now, this week and throughout November, we're going to be invited to die every day. And what that means is that every day we have an invitation to wake up and say, today I am completely new. I am not a memory. And so this month's meditation for you is called I Am Not a Memory, or You Are Not a Memory, because what we're being invited to let go of is not people, not things, not situations, but the version of you in it. Because our whole third dimensional reality is based upon memory. It's retrospective. Everything has already happened. And this is the big evolution. This is the big step into the new, because the new earth reality exists in the present moment, and you exist within it when you are in the present moment. So the symbology of the phoenix has been very powerful because, as Saint Germain was explaining yesterday in a class about alchemy, the symbol of the phoenix is the alchemist's ability to actually die to themselves every day, which means they're willing to burn whoever they were yesterday. And it's so interesting because so many of our habits, so many of our conversations, so many of our choices are based upon who we were. And it's a tricky one because people identify us in terms of a memory. They have a memory of us, and that's what they identify us with, which is why other people can find it quite difficult when you change. Or you can find it difficult when other people change, because what you're actually trying to reference is a memory of them, a holographic version of them. So stepping into vitality, stepping into evolution, stepping into this big paradigm leap for humanity is really about being willing to be completely new every day. So what's happening in this regard is there's a lot of memory coming up about who you used to be. There's a lot of invitation at this time for things to be let go. Things may be removed from your reality and you feel as if you have nothing to do, or you have no choice in it. Or perhaps it's not what you wanted, or perhaps things are falling away graciously for you, for some of you. In essence, it's not about losing anything. It's about losing the memory of you, Because if you don't have a memory imprint of you that you're continually focusing on and continually injecting energy into to keep it alive, like an avatar in a video game, if you're in there, it's alive and it's playing out its program, it means that you can actually now emerge in present moment, in fifth dimensional reality, and actually begin to experience some new things. And that's what's going to be the collective shift for humanity as we move into this new Earth reality in 2023 and beyond. Of course, it's the new Earth reality is accessible in the present moment, but the more we're willing to be with that and be willing to have our past versions of selves be destroyed and say, well, I'm at grace with that. I don't need to keep upholding that. I can be completely new in every moment. That's the secret to immortality. So the more that humanity can do that, the more we begin to build up a more stabilized conscious awareness and presence in this new Earth reality. You get to have your attention there more often. So it's less now about being the bridge between the two, as we suggested last month and the month before. It's now about really stepping into present moment. So be willing to destroy yourself every day, or destroy the memory of you every day. Destroy your avatar that you used yesterday and choose a completely new one today. This is what we're being invited to do this week. So if this is invoking a sense of grief for you, understand you're not grieving the experience, you're not grieving other people, you're grieving that memory of who you were, that version of your identity. And for those of you who have joined us recently for our freeform series, some of the meditations that we did about going over the waterfall with all those aspects of yourself are going to be incredibly useful this time as well. So just wanted to share that with you today because it's a huge theme. I'm seeing my inbox full of all of the same questions, and I'm certainly having experiences of this myself too. So let's all embrace each other as we take this big evolutionary leap together. So I look forward to seeing you next week for the members webinar. That's November 2nd in the US and 3rd elsewhere. And I wish you a powerful week of realization as you realize that you are not a memory. Thanks, everyone. I'll see you soon.